Hey Calvary Church, it's Pastor Landon. You're probably wondering why in the world I'm wearing a suit and tie. And maybe you guessed it, I was officiating a wedding today. It was a beautiful wedding. God has been doing some wonderful work in a couple. We had it at Calvary Church. In fact, Daniel and I were 2 of the 10 people in attendance. Yes, this was a wedding that could only have 10 people because of the laws and the rules that we are falling under as a country and as a state and certainly as a church. You may have thought that our church is the only one that has faced difficulty, but I'm here to tell you we're all in this together. One of the beautiful things about the wedding, as a picture for us as a church, is that although they wanted more people, and although they had planned for it to be much different, God was glorified in this event. In fact, it was such a beautiful wedding. We live streamed the wedding so that people all around the world could watch it. Friends chimed in, and it was really, really a testament to God's wonderful grace and His providence. In the same way, we as a church are going through really difficult times. We're not able to be together right now physically. We have this new phrase called social distancing. I don't think I've ever heard of that up until the last week or so. But now it's like coming up in conversation anywhere. I'm at the gas pump and someone wants to talk about social distancing. I'm at home and we're talking about social distancing. And yet it's something right now that we believe is the right thing to do. So as a church, how do we stay together? As a church, how do we stay close as the body of Christ? And I'm hoping some of these things, videos, the live streaming on Sundays, the interaction body to body where we're calling people, texting people. Maybe you might get a pen and paper out and write a note to somebody. Have you ever done that in the last 25 years? Well, ask some of our wonderful senior saints and they could probably give you some tips on writing letters. Either way, my point is this. We as the body are still the body outside of Calvary Church's building. We're a body because of what Christ has done for us. I gave a charge to this wedding couple from Colossians. And in Colossians 3 it says, if then you've been raised with Christ, or essentially if you have been brought from death into life with Jesus Christ because of His death, burial, and resurrection, seek the things that are above where Christ is seated. He goes on to say, Paul, to put off the old self and to put on the new. That we are able to, in that new self, be a redeemed being, a church, a bride of Christ, showing and evidencing everything that God has done on our behalf. And so I am praying for you, church. I am, God willing, doing everything within my power and strength to shepherd and hold you up before the Lord. If you need anything, if you're hurting, if you're struggling with something, if you need to be cared for in a way that maybe you haven't been able to tell anyone, please let me know. Email me at pastorlandon@me.com. You can email the church, or you can call the church, or if you'd like, you can call my number. You have it in the church directory. Also, I want to remind you of what we're trying to do right now to help our own community in Aiea, to help our church community, and to help the island of Oahu. We're doing a ministry or an outreach ministry called Hope for Hawaii. Hope for Hawaii. And what it is our church. First floor is the entry point. It's a donation center. And we're asking all of you or people on our island to come and bring very particular items. Non-perishable foods, hygiene products, soaps and detergents, and even toilet paper. Those items will be brought to the first floor and they'll be weighed, and then we'll give you a receipt. At that time, another team is going to sanitize those products, and then we will stage the clean products on the second floor. On the second floor, we have a distribution center. We will not be asking people to come to the church, but what we're going to do is deliver those products to the people in need. We're looking at the most needy, our senior saints. Second would be the less fortunate ones, maybe someone who is ill or someone who is incapable of getting out of the home. And as things progress, it could be that many people will be asked to stay in their homes. So please be a part of this. If you can donate, we would love your donations. If you would like to be a part of the team that is either receiving goods, cleaning goods, sanitizing goods, or being a distributor, or one who is driving the goods to someone's house, we would love for you to be a part of this. Jesse Maynor is our point person, and Brandon Nishijo is his right-hand man. So either of those guys can be contacted if you'd like to help distribute, or if you'd like to be a part of the donation process. We want to do everything we can to evidence Christ, to be a part of the body of Christ, hands and feet of Jesus serving our community. So I ask you to be a part of that. And like I did yesterday, this is a great time for you and your family to get together, talk to one another, show the reality of life as a family. So please do that. Like I've said before, the body of Christ, we're not meeting together, but that doesn't mean that we are not the body of Christ. So now it's time for you and for me to be the church. Aloha.